be a run as well. At least they aren't all sleeping in tents like the local Uthgard tribes do. There is some semblance of civilization here, with the wooden buildings they've constructed to house the Lord's Alliance forces. The war between Luskan and Neverwinter, no. Luskan and the Lord's Alliance is currently underway. And I never thought I came this far to the northwest of Faerun to join a war when I was first given my instructions from my church. But if the cult of the Creator race wins, then the entire continent, or even the world, could lose to their power. This is something that I cannot allow to happen, and even if my church did not send me here for it, I would endeavor to stop them regardless if I knew of the threat. Now I see the wisdom of the Dark Lady. Gods can be hard to read and understand at times. Her power would diminish if we lose the war as well. As my mother said when I was young, in time all things become clear. At least she tried to impart a sense of patience into me so that I may act when the time is right, and this has served me well in my life. So, there are 3 words of power that are believed to be in the area of this well that the local barbarians hold with such esteem. The cult cannot get their hands on them. So, now, not only am I a loyal and fanatic devotee of my church, but the goals of my church happen to align with the Lord's Alliance here. My devotion to what I am doing couldn't be more solid now. I no longer silently mock the fools I deal with. Instead, I count on them and their skills to help see me through this to the end of my mission. I can mock them later when I'm all done here. But first, I have this trial to see through. It's not necessary to what I'm doing in Faerun as well, of course, but it is something that I am interested in involving myself in because I wish to test my investigative abilities and my intelligence and wisdom. I always test myself. Short diversions can lead to a greater understanding of yourself and your skills. This would be one of them. As my mother said, in time all things become clear. There are 2 people we need to speak to here in the guards' barracks. Lorador. Nope. Zed. He's one of the witnesses to the crime. And Jevon. He is one of the jurors. So, let's speak to Zed then.
I greet you.
This better be important, as I don't feel like chatting. It's bad enough my leg is killing me, but now I gotta be witness at a murder trial too? So what happened to your leg? My leg is none of your business. Go find someone else to bother. Leave me alone. No, I have to question you.
I greet you.
I'm the defense counsel for Rogan. Huh? So you're the sucker Nurik roped into defending that savage? Tough break. I hear the case is open and shut. I saw that Uthgard stab Griff with my own 2 eyes, ran him right through. Griff was dead before he even hit the ground. You know why they were fighting. Gambling debt. Griff had won a bunch of money off that Uthgard, and I guess the savage didn't like it. He'd been drinking, so I guess it's no surprise he lost his temper. Anything else you can tell me? Hey, all I know is what I saw. Griff is dead, and that Uthgard killed him. I'm as sure of that as I am of this pain eating away at my leg. What's wrong with your leg? Arthritis in my knee. There is nothing anyone can do about that. But that ain't the problem right now. Some damn fool stuck me in the thigh with a knife during a bar fight, and the wound's infected. Feels like a hot spear shooting up through my whole leg with every step I take. I can't even go to the temple to get it looked at, or they'll know I was in a fight. My unit commander's already warned me about brawling, and I don't need to get stuck on latrine duty again. If I find out you're holding anything back, the pain won't only be in your leg. Blah blah blah. Blowhards who toss threats around don't scare me. Go find someone else to bother. Leave me alone.
I greet you.
Let's speak about your leg. You know, I get the feeling you're not very impartial. Hey, all I know is what I saw. Griff is dead. The Oathguard killed him. So let's speak about your leg. I've got a few healing spells. Maybe I can help. You want to heal my leg? What's in it for you? I think you know something about Griff's death you aren't telling me. You think I'm going to betray the memory of my friend just because of a little pain in my... Ow! Damn! I barely bumped it that time, and it's burning like the fires of the Nine Hells. If it's infected, you may lose the leg. You may die. Okay, you got a deal. Heal my leg, and I'll tell you something about Griff. Something you can use at the trial.
That's it for you.
Here you go. Good as new. Huh? I still got the arthritis in my knee, but I can cope with that. It was that bloody infection I couldn't handle. Okay, I guess you delivered on your end of the deal, so here's what I know. First, Griff spiked the Oathguard's drink. Griff was always doing stuff like that to try and get an edge at cards. Could be the stuff in the drink made that Oathguard act like he did. I also happen to know for a fact that Griff was cheating that night. He wanted to take everything that Oathguard owned. He told me he wanted to rob that savage blind. That's all I know. If it's enough to get your client off, so be it. At least now I can walk without clenching my teeth in agony. It seems like a fair trade to me. Alright. Now, you're one of the jurors, are you?
Well met.
What do you want? You hear about the trial? Nurik sent me. I'm representing Rolgan. I figured as much. I ain't never been on a jury before. I see my share of trials, but usually from the prisoner's box. What do you want to know? I'm preparing my case. What do you think about this trial?
None can stand before
Looks to me like a bar fight gone out of hand. A few too many drinks in you, and you act stupid. I've been there myself, though I ain't never killed no one. But you know what makes me mad about this case? Them people who run around saying the only reason this guy is on trial is because he's an Oathguard. I ain't no Oathguard, and I've been on trial a bunch of times. Sounds like you're trying to keep an open mind. I know what it's like. Sometimes you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Could be that's what happened to this Oathguard. I kind of hoped you get him off. I'd hate to have that, to sentence the poor guy to execution, but I've got to give an honest verdict. Nurik says it's my duty. Not much more I can tell you. Hope you got what you're looking for. Good luck in the trial. I could try to pressure him into... No, let's stick with the law. I'm sure I'll gather enough information to convince. Besides, what does it matter to me if he's guilty or not? I'd rather... What are you doing? I'd rather, find this person, have this person found innocent through my own investigation than anything else. Okay, the drinking house is straight ahead. There's a juror and there's also another witness in there. So I have to read the book. Who am I after in the drinking house? Okay, we've spoken to Rolgan, Zed. Okay, Lodar. Looking for Lodar. And Edgar, we've already spoken to him. And Avrik, he's a juror. So, Avrik and Lodar. Let's find Lodar first. They don't even want me in this establishment, but it's too bad. Are you Lodar? Look, don't bother me right now. I ain't got a lot in my mind. What with this trial and all? I know about the trial. I'm defending Rolgan. Funny, you don't look like a lawyer. But that ain't my business, I guess. You want to ask me some questions? Go ahead. Tell me what happened. Griff and that Oathguard were playing cards, gambling. Griff won a lot of money. So much that the Oathguard had to give him some of his jewelry to cover the debt. Real fancy-looking stuff. Later that night, Griff went outside. I heard him shout, and I rushed out to see him and that Oathguard smashing swords. Guess that Oathguard was better at it than Griff. I can't believe I have to testify about this. I've never been to a trial before. Don't get so worked up about this trial, Barkeep. Drink from my friend Lodar, please. I'm buying. Hey, you're all right, brother. Good luck in that trial, and thanks for the drink. If you need anything else, I'll be right here till the trial's over, and they've got me off active duty, so I plan on spending my time here in the drinking house. Wait.
Well met.
How about a refill? Bartender, bring me another drink for Lodar. Thanks, I needed that. Too bad you're trying to get Griff's killer off. I kind of like you. You're a nice man. Not like Griff. Really. He's always getting into trouble. Picking fights, that kind of thing. Kind of a racist, too. Always going on about the Uthgard being drunks and thieves and such. Maybe Griff's to blame for the fight with that, Uthgard. Maybe, but I shouldn't be speaking ill of the dead. Griff had some ugly secrets, but now's not the time to drag it all out. Secrets? What kind of secrets? I really shouldn't tell you. Griff was a friend, after all. We're friends, aren't we? Have another drink on me and tell me what you know. Sure, why not? Bartender, another round. Griff's gone now anyway, so who cares if anyone finds out, right? Griff had a nasty habit of spiking the drinks of people he was gambling against. He figured it would give him an edge over them, make their mind all hazy. Not really sporting, but that's the kind of guy Griff was. Anything else you could tell me about the trial? Nah, I told you pretty much everything I know already. If you need anything else, I'll be right here. Alright then. We'll meet again, Lodar. Thank you. So I take I've spoken to you before, Avric.
I greet you.
Shove off, buddy. These open sores on my face make it tough enough to attract the ladies without your ugly mug hanging. Yes. I'm here to talk about Rogan's trial. Oh, that prissy priest. Nurek must have sent you. Can't figure out what the sawed-off runt wanted me on the jury. Guess he figured I'd be impartial since I hate all races, colors, and creeds equally. Very enlightened attitude you have there. What can I say? You get down into the filthy gutters and everyone's crap stinks the same. What are your feelings about this case? Griff was a rotten bastard, and the Uthgard did us all a favor by offing him. But if we let him go, we might have drunken savages running through the streets sacrificing us to their goat gods, you know? Sounds like you figure he's already guilty. The only good thing about that Uthgard is his wife. I can't wait to see her up testifying at the trial. She's one fine piece of meat. Woo-hee! I wouldn't mind having her pork chops on my plate at dinner tonight. Some would say that's disgusting. So what are you going to do about it? You try anything, and every Lord's Alliance soldier in his camp would be all over you. So take your prissy complaints about my attitude, stick 'em where the sun don't shine, and leave me alone. That didn't work. I was hoping to get more information about him at the end. They all seem to be saying, the witnesses at least, no Griff. They said he was a cheater. A liar. Alright then. The only other thing for witnesses is Vanda, the wife of the accused. So what about for jurors? Delicia, female ranger, spends her time with the Uthgard in the plateau. Palla, a wise woman of Uthgard. So 3 women. Vanda. Let's find Vanda. Where is the plateau? Up here. Do you happen to know where Vanda is? This way. Ah, there's an attractive woman. This must be her. You, Vanda.
Yes? What?
I'm sorry, but you're speaking to me. Forgive my distraction. I am worried about my husband's upcoming trial. I'm representing your husband in his trial. Representing my husband? I'm sorry, but the ways of your justice system are unfamiliar to we people of the Black Lion tribe. Are you a friend or foe? A friend. I must ask you some questions. The priest Nurek said I would have to answer the questions put to me with complete honesty. If it was as if he expected me to lie. He knows nothing about the honor of our tribe. Ask away, I have nothing to hide. Tell me what happened the night Griff was killed. My husband returned home late. He had been drinking, but there was something else. He seemed different, as if more alcohol were at work in his mind. When he told me he had gambled away the heirlooms of our family, precious stones sanctified by the priests of Uthgar, I knew something was very wrong. He was not in his right mind, or he would never have wagered these sacred stones on a game of chance. Please go on. I sent him back to ask this man Griff to return the heirlooms. We offered to pay him gold in exchange. It would have been far more than he could ever sell the heirlooms for. Their religious significance to the Black Lion tribe far exceeds their material worth. But the soldiers attacked my husband, and Rogan was forced to kill Griff to preserve his own life. He fled to the temple seeking sanctuary, a mob of Griff's enraged friends close on his heels. Anything else? Please help my husband. They are portraying him as a drunken, pagan savage. This is how they view all the Uthgard. We are noble people, but if Rogan is convinced, the hurtful stereotype will only get stronger. I wish I could be of more help, but all I can do is pray Uthgard grants you wisdom in this matter. That's the last witness. Now, Pala and Delicia. A wise woman of the Uthgard. She makes her home on the plateau near Bearun as well. Delicia, a female ranger. She spends her time with the Uthgard on the plateau near Bearun as well. You must be Pala.
Greetings.
Why have you come to seek the counsel of this old woman? You are Pala, right? I am Pala of the Black Lion tribe. I offer the wisdom of age to the Uthgard who seek it. Nurik sent me. I am representing Rogan in the upcoming trial. The life of one of my people is in your hands. I will aid you as best I can, though there is little I can do. The ways of justice among the Lord's Alliance are unknown to me. What do you think of this case? I am very disappointed in Rogan. Our tribe constantly struggles against the stereotype of the drunken savage, yet Rogan allowed himself to fall under the influence of alcohol. This is the result. Sounds like you already think he's guilty. That remains to be seen. Rogan is a symbol of our people. I pray he is not guilty of what they claim, but my duty in this trial is clear. Nurik has explained the vow I have taken as juror. If the evidence shows Rogan let alcohol cloud his mind so that he killed the man without reason, I must return the verdict of guilty. This trial is not the way of our tribe, but I must follow Nurik's rules in this matter. We Uthgard cannot risk the wrath of the Lord's Alliance by defying the High Priest of Tyr. I pray Rogan is not a sacrifice for the good of the entire tribe, but if it must be, it must be. Can I ask you some questions? Unfortunately, the Council of Elders is reserved for those of the Black Lion tribe. My wisdom is only in the Uthgard way of life, and you are not Uthgard. I know nothing of your kind. I cannot give you guidance. Depart with this blessing of the Black Lion tribe. This alone I can give you. I'll be going now. Go with the blessing of the Black Lion tribe. Not much help. But she seems impartial. Who is this man down here? Hello?
You are a good person to defend Rogan. I, Under Hardfoot, greet you with honor.
Endar Hardfoot. Aaron Genn mentioned the Elk tribe had allied against us. What can you tell me about them? I know little of the Elk tribe. Their territory is to the south near the fort you call Ilkard. Once they were an ally of the Lord's Alliance, but now they slaughter the settlers and farmers of your kind. The Elk tribe have turned their back on Uthgard ways. Something has destroyed their honor, and they have allied themselves with the evil of Luskan. More than this I cannot tell you. I have questions. Are you willing to answer? I will do my best to answer them, though your ways are strange and unfamiliar to we of the Uthgard tribes. Tell me about your people. The ignorant among the Lord's Alliance calls us savages and barbarians, yet the honor of our ancestors shields us against their empty words. We are born of the Black Lion. We are of the Uthgard. Our tribe is strong and proud. We are noble warriors and great hunters, following the herds to feed and clothe our tribe. We are the Black Lion tribe, and we are one with the land. Why have the Uthgard joined the Lord's Alliance in this place? Bearun as well is a holy place to the Uthgard. Here the honor and power of our people lie buried. We camp here to draw upon the strength of our ancestors as we stand against a foe of great evil. The Luskan forces march across our land, slaughtering all in their path. We stand with the Lord's Alliance against the evil of our common foe, though we Uthgard must wonder if we can trust our new allies. I sense there's tension between your people and the Lord's Alliance. There has always been tensions between the Uthgard and the Lord's Alliance. Our cultures are very different. It is inevitable that there will be some clash when our peoples are forced to work side by side. But now the tension has reached a dangerous level. Rogan, one of the Black Lion tribe, is accused of slaying a soldier of the Lord's Alliance. He is charged with murder. I want to ask you some questions about Rogan. There's little I can tell you of Rogan, save that he is falsely accused of murder. Rogan's wife could tell you more of this. Her name is Vanda. Since Rogan was seized, she has spent all her time wandering on the sacred grounds of this plateau, praying for her husband. But I sensed there was another reason you came to speak to me. I think I've already spoken about the Elk tribe. Why have they allied against us? I know little of the Elk tribe. Their territory is to the south, near the fort you call Ilkard. They were once an ally of the Lord's Alliance, but now they slaughter the settlers and farmers of your kind. Alright, I'll be going now. Feel free to explore the tribal camp. I only ask that you respect the Uthgard as you would respect your own kind. You must be the one that... Are you a druid or a ranger?
Greetings to you.
On behalf of the Black Lion Uthgard tribe, I welcome you to this camp. Who are you? I am Delicia, a friend of the Uthgard people. I'd rather stay here in the camp of the Black Lion tribe than subject myself to the stench of civilization hanging over the Lord's Alliance barracks. I do not expect you to understand. Only those who count themselves among the children of nature, druids and rangers like myself, can truly appreciate the beauty to be found in this simple camp. I'm representing Rogan at his murder trial. Ah, yes. Nurik mentioned he was seeking someone to defend Rogan in this trial. I hope you truly appreciate the situation you have gotten yourself into. The Uthgard are a noble people, but their culture and beliefs seem strange to the Lord's Alliance. Often the Uthgard are victims of prejudice and hatred simply because of who they are. Sounds like you think Rogan's innocent. I will wait until the trial before I make that decision, of course. I only wanted you to be aware that the fact Rogan is an Uthgard might have something to do with him being on trial. Alright. I'll be going now. You're welcome to explore the tribal camp. I only ask that you respect the ways of the Black Lion tribe and treat the Uthgard with the honor they deserve. When do I treat people with the honor they deserve? I don't think any of them deserve honor. What is this? It's just a bunch of people hanging around a well. Alright, well, I think I've gathered enough information for this trial. I have to return to Nurik then. Nurik.
Hail to ye!
Oh, hello again, Avaldis. Welcome back to the Temple of the Just God. Forgive me if I seem somewhat distracted. Rogan's impending trial has me a little out of sorts. Well, I've completed my investigations and I'm ready to begin Rogan's trial. Are you quite certain, my lord? Once the trial begins, it cannot be ended prematurely, or Rogan's life will be forfeit. Yes, I'm ready. Let's begin. Excellent. I know all parties involved are anxious to settle this matter. I will send word to the prosecutor and everyone else involved. The rules of these proceedings are simple. The jurors will listen to the evidence and testimony, and as the trial progresses, they will use the swords and torches I have given them to indicate either guilt or innocence. Whenever a juror feels the accused is guilty, they will hold forth the sword in their right hand to symbolize a swift strike of justice. If they feel the accused is innocent, they will hold up the torch to symbolize the burning light of truth shining down on this trial. Sounds simple. Sword for guilty, torch for innocent. As the jurors' views are swayed, so shall the implement that they hold forth change. A juror who is still undecided will hold forth neither sword nor torch. 3 jurors must be convinced of the accused innocence for Rogan to go free. There's 5 jurors, so you just need a slight majority. What we have now begun cannot end until justice is served. If the trial is interrupted or broken off before its proper completion, the accused shall be found guilty, regardless of the status of the jurors. Is this clear? I understand. 3 jurors or more must be holding a torch to get Rogan acquitted, and if I end the conversation before we're done, Rogan suffers. Now that we are all here, the trial can begin. Remember, if you quit the trial before the rightful end, Rogan's life is forfeit. This is actually quite a strange rule now that I think of it.
The Swift Sword. I am the special prosecutor in the investigation of the death of the Lord's Alliance mercenary known as Griff. And I would like to remind the jury that I have never lost a case. Never!
Interesting. The witnesses have been sworn in, and may the light of Tyr's justice shine down on this trial and expose any lies in their testimony. To begin my case, I would like to question Lodar, an eyewitness to the events. I'm here, Your Honor. I'm not the judge, Lodar, just the prosecutor. You don't have to be so formal. Just call me sir. Please tell us what happened in your own words. Well, sir, it was night and Griff was outside of the barracks. All of a sudden we heard the shout, and we run out, and Griff and that Uthgard, they are going at each other with weapons drawn. Before we can step in, that savage stabs Griff right in the gut and runs off. We ran to get the cleric, but by then it was too late. Griff was gone. That savage killed him. Two are already holding swords. Why is she allowed to carry a bow in here? It's just confusing. That's all I require from this witness. Were it up to me, we could end the trial right now and declare Rogan guilty. But custom dictates I allow the defense to question the witness if they wish. I'm ready for your questions, Lord Evaldus. Did you see who actually started the fight? No, they were already going at it by the time we got there. So maybe Griff started the fight and Rogan was just defending himself. Yeah, I guess. Could be Griff started it. I don't know. I wasn't there. He's not the best witness, is he? Was the Uthgard in his right mind, or did he seem intoxicated to you? He was pretty drunk. So drunk he didn't even know what he was doing. I guess so, maybe. I don't know if that's a good excuse, though. Isn't it true that Griff spiked Rogan's drink earlier that evening? Yeah, he wanted to mess that Uthgard up so he could beat him at cards. You know, make him not think straight. So Griff is partly to blame for his own death. Well, it was his fault the Uthgard was doped up. Maybe if Rogan was in his right mind, he wouldn't have killed Griff. Maybe Griff thought that since Rogan was drugged, the Uthgard would be an easy target in a fight. I guess he could have thought of that. He didn't like the Uthgard much. He would have jumped at a chance to kill one of them off if he thought he could get away with it. Two are holding torches. One is holding a sword. Can you tell me how Griff felt towards the Uthgard? He didn't like them much. He was always complaining about them as damn savages and filthy Uthgard. Always picking fights with them, looking for trouble. So this fight could have been started by Griff. Wouldn't be the first time he let his temper get the better of him. Always was a bit of a hothead, especially when it came to those Uthgard. He hated them something fierce. I have no more questions for this witness. 3 are holding, but I think they have to wait for the conclusion of everything. If defense counsel has finished trying to obscure the truth, I will call Zed, my next witness. Zed, tell the court what you witnessed on that night. Right, sir. Well, it's like Lodar said. Griff was outside. We heard him shout. We run out and the Uthgard sticks a blade in Griff's belly. Then that savage runs off to the temple for sanctuary like some kind of coward. Well spoken, Zed. He ran off like a murderous coward. Obviously, he's guilty. They always run when they're guilty. This case might be my easiest win yet. Your witness, Evaldus. I'm ready to answer this man's questions. You never actually witnessed the start of the fight, did you? No, I didn't see who started the fight. So yeah, it could have been Griff, if that's what you're getting at. Don't you think Rogan's judgment was impaired by all the alcohol he had consumed? Sure, he was drunk, but that don't mean you get to go kill people. You have to know how to hold your drinks, right? Know your limits. Griff did spiked Rogan's drink that night, right, Zed? Yeah, he put something in Rogan's drink, made his mind fuzzy, so he didn't really understand what he was doing. Don't you think that's a mitigating circumstance in what happened? I don't know about what mitigating means, but Griff shouldn't have spiked that Uthgard's drink. That's wrong. Griff was always doing stupid stuff like that. Rogan lost a lot of money that night, didn't he, Zed? Can you explain that? Griff cheated. He wanted to win so he could humiliate that Uthgard, embarrass and ruin him. So he cheated during the card game. Don't you think that might have been a factor in Griff's death? I warned Griff that Uthgard would be mad after losing everything he owned. I said it would lead to trouble, but Griff didn't care. He said he welcomed trouble with the Uthgard. Maybe Griff attacked Rogan because he thought his cheating had been discovered. If Griff thought someone was coming to settle a score, he wouldn't wait. Griff would make sure he made the first move. He preferred to start fights himself, you know? I guess, I won the case.
Hail to ye!
You are called upon to do your duty administering the justice of Tyr's court, Evaldis. The church is grateful you answered the call. You performed your duties with a grace and excellence. A 4-1 verdict in this trial is truly impressive and leaves little doubt as to Rogan's true innocence. Tyr's justice is swift, as is his rewarding of those in his service. Please accept this token on behalf of our temple as a reward for your services. Now, is there anything else I can do for you, Evaldis? Your reward seems a little light after all the work I did. Well, I suppose it can be difficult serving Tyr's cause, particularly in light of all the recent events concerning Fenthic and now Erebeth. Very well, Evaldis. I have another 100 gold pieces I can spare you. Any more than that, and I would have to give you funds marked for the temple's poor box. Oh, wouldn't that be a shame? Alright, I'll be going now. Go with Tyr's blessing. That was actually quite easy. After all, I have served as a lawyer before. Alright then. Let's see. We should rest before leaving. This is the perfect place to do that. Let's rest. Ultimately, I'm here for the words of power. 3 words of power are nearby Bearrun as well. And I take it that one is to the south, near Fort Ilkard, one is to the west, to the Moonwood, and one is to the north, to the Coldwood. I have very little information about the other 2 places, but I do have several people requesting I go north to the Coldwood. Merchant is asking I find a star sapphire, which is somewhere in the Coldwood. That woman, what was her name? Lily in Cambridge. She wants me to retrieve her snow globe, of all things. So there's an ancient mage's laboratory somewhere in the Coldwood, a lab accessible only by using a very special teleportation scroll, which I have. I believe. Save the supply lines. It just says he wants the... he's the supply master for Bearrun as well. He wants me to kill 2 orc bandits, but does not say where they are. They're raiding Lord's Alliance supply lines. I don't think it's to the north. The Lord's Alliance is to the south. But I could be wrong. It could be anywhere. So, I think we'll start with the Coldwood. There's at least 3 things there that I would like to do. 3 quests in the area. Alright. Shadow, come to me. As pathetic and weak as you are. What is this? Hello?
Yes? Hello?
I know you. You're Evaldis Tall, right? You're that cleric who's working for Aaron Gann, aren't you? How do you know my name? My name is Delvar. I'm a scout working for Aaron Gann. Before he sent me out, he mentioned that Evaldis Tall, the hero who saved Neverwinter from the plague, was working for him now. He told me to keep an eye out for you, and gave me a brief description of what you look like. Why did Aaron Gann tell you to keep an eye out for me? Some time ago, Aaron Gann sent me out to scout the Coldwood. He thought it might help you in your mission if you had some advanced information about the area. Well, that could help. This is the only path into the Coldwood, so I set up a little camp here to keep an eye out for you and anyone else working for Aaron who might pass my way. It's the only way I could be sure of getting you the information. Have you found anything out about the words of power? I'm afraid I didn't find anything about the words of power themselves. If I had, I would have reported that directly to Aaron, pronto. I did stumble across some orc bandits, though. Had to watch my steps so they didn't find me spying on them. And I nearly stumbled over a strange magical portal in the fortress. Orc bandits, those are the ones I could be after. Tell me about the orc bandits. A few nights ago I heard footsteps crashing through the undergrowth, so I darted into the trees. After all, I'm a scout, not a fighter. It turned out to be a couple of orcs tromping around, grumbling about having to go out on patrol. Needless to say, I followed them. I followed them for a while, but they didn't lead me back to their camp. From what they were saying, I'm pretty sure their camp was somewhere here in the Coldwood. Anything else? I gathered their leader was an orc named Vath, if that helps, and it almost sounded as if they were planning to raid on the Lord's Alliance supply lines, though that's pretty ambitious for a group of simple bandits. Not really anything else I can tell you about those orc bandits, I'm afraid. Is there anything else you want to know of all this? Alright, well, let's talk about this magical portal. I was scouting around and I stumbled across a clearing filled with shimmering columns of dancing lights. Not really what you'd expect to find in the middle of a forest. I don't know much about magic, but I am a tracker and I know about paths and hidden passages. I'm pretty sure those columns are marking a magical entrance to some wizard's tower or mage's lab. I haven't heard of any particular wizard who makes his home in the Coldwood, so I imagine the portal leads to somewhere that hasn't been used in quite a while. You didn't go through the portal? I'm just a scout of all this. I'm not about to start messing around with powerful magic I don't understand. That's a job better left to adventurers like you. To be honest, I doubt I could have gone through it anyways. Usually you need some type of activation word or ward stone or scroll to work those things. Where can I find this portal? That's the funny thing of all this. I pride myself on being a great tracker. I never get lost, but I couldn't even begin to tell you where I stumbled across that portal. It must have triggered a spell to disorient me. Maybe there was some type of magical ward to keep me from remembering where the entrance was hidden. But the good news is that most of these protection wards are one-shot deals. If you manage to find the clearing with the glittering columns, you probably won't have to worry about the same thing happening to you. Let's talk about something else. I don't really know what else I can tell you of all this apart from what I know about the orc bandits and the magical portal. What do you plan to do now? My orders from Aaron Genn were pretty clear. Scout out the Coldwood, then make sure I'm here to give my information to any of Genn's agents who happen to be passing by. Maybe you could help me in my mission. I'm a scout, not much good in a fight. That's why Aaron sent me to gather information. Aaron has a pretty good idea of what his people can do. If he wanted me to join you, then he'd have told me so. Truth is, he knew I'd probably do you more harm than good. Whatever you decide to do, I'll just stay here at my camp. I have to make sure anyone else working for Genn gets this information before they enter the Coldwood. I'll be going now. As you wish. I shall remain here as per Aaron's orders. If you have any questions regarding my explorations of the Coldwood, you can come speak to me again. I seriously doubt I will need any more of your expertise. You can't tell me where this portal is, I will just have to find it myself. But the good news is, the bandits are also here. So, hopefully there'll be a word of power this way. And all the other things I've been asked to find, 2 orcs right there, are all right here. Okay, the orcs see us. Let's kill us some orcs. My shadow's gone already. Easy. Dire wolf. Gold piece. A container. Might be able to sell it if it is enchanted. I'll be able to sell it for something, even if I can't. If I have no use for it. A little bit of gold. I don't know if those are the bandits I'm looking for. Healer's kit. Gold. 5 gold. Cure serious wounds. Yeah, I don't know if those were the ones I'm looking for, but more orcs. Just kill them all. Too easy. More cure serious wounds. Let's just scout around the area. I was kind of expecting to see snow up here. Or maybe that's why they call it the Coldwood. But it'd have to be the time of year. It's not like this. No woods is ever in permanent snow. The trees would eventually, they wouldn't even be able to grow unless it happened after. Grizzly bears. Good hit. Ooh, dire bears. I killed my dire wolf. This is a little difficult. Oh, that's a tiger. Dire tiger. Ah! Ah! Alright. Oh. Let's heal up and then continue searching for everything.